Hey beauties, thanks for tuning in and welcome to the one and only Clean Beauty Podcast. Did you know that in America, cosmetics are not regulated? Companies are free to add thousands of potentially harmful ingredients that personally cause me to have health problems. Hi, I'm the creator of Lash Binder and your host, Cassandra McClure. I've worked in the beauty industry worldwide for over 10 years as a wedding and celebrity makeup artist. Now, I'm on a mission to ban 1,500 ingredients by advocating for cleaner and greener cosmetics. Join me every Monday right here for a new episode on the Clean Beauty Revolution. This episode is made possible by our official sponsor, Lash Binder, the world's quickest, easiest, and safest way to apply strip lashes. If you've ever tried applying lashes, you've used your fingers, which is unsanitary and difficult, a pair of tweezers, which is dangerous, or you've tried lash extensions, which can be expensive, damaging, and time-consuming. Lash Binder is a discreet applicator that'll have your lashes on securely in under a minute anywhere in the world. Get a lash starter kit today at lashbinder.com with the code Clean Beauty Podcast for 25% off. Happy lashing!
Today we have another guest for the Clean Beauty Podcast. This is Yin Yin.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Cassandra. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
My pleasure.
This is really fun because we are doing this at my house in my living room, which is a first. But you came from San Francisco, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice
So we have a video here, but we also are doing the recording.
Okay.
So if anyone's interested in seeing us sitting here, definitely go on to cleanbeautypodcast.com. We're on Instagram, TV, IGTV, Facebook. We'll be posting this on YouTube as well. So you can find us on any of the video platforms. So tell us a little about your line. I know you just had a launch party last week.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So my brand is called La L'Oreal. And to pronounce this, La L'Oreal is a word that is inspired by French river. The longest river in French is called
Lalore.
Right. And so Lalore is a woman-owned organic skincare based in San Francisco. And I've been working on the line since 2015. And finally it has everything put together. And we throw a launch party in LA actually a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So the product is out and I'm really excited. And also I'm doing the kind of like a pop-up marketplace in Macy's in the local San Francisco Bay Area in San Mateo. So I'm really excited.
San Mateo. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you partnered with Macy's?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah. So it's the market called the marketplace. They offer through I think less than 10 locations throughout the nation. So luckily they have one in the San Francisco Bay Area, so I participate on it.
Oh, very cool. So do you have to pay to be a part of it, or
it's a one-time fee, to have everything set up, and then they will have the staff do the sales for you.
Oh, really? So you don't have to be there?
No, I'm planning to be there. It would be good to be talk to customer in person.
Okay. So is it one day or is it multiple?
So it's the minimum of 1 month for sign up. So I'm
every day.
Right, a full month, a minimum, because it's first time. So I sign up for a full month and to get a feel how it goes.
Okay. Very cool. Well, congrats on that.
Thank
when do you start?
2 days ago.
Oh, okay. So you're already selling in Macy's right now.
Yes, that is our very first in-store experience.
Okay.
I'm so excited and nervous at the same time. So Saturday before the store opens, so we went there a couple hours before the store opens. Got the chance you see behind the scene, nobody's there. to set up the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
I used to work at Nordstrom. It is different.
oh really?
Yeah. So I used to open and close the store.
Oh,
Fun. Very cool. Well,
yeah.
are you in other boutiques and like small like spa salons? Like, is your products held other places too? Or?
Actually, I'm looking into it. Like I'm reaching out to local spa and then boutique area
Mm-hmm.
to start from local. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that would be the next step.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
I am from so I was born and grew up in China, in a south part of China. And when I was 13 year old, and then my family, like, we moved to Hong Kong.
Oh,
So
cool.
to
I've
that,
been there. I love it.
oh, thank you. Yeah, that was my first time, like, got exposed to like the Western culture. And a few years later, and then we moved to the US.
It's funny, Western culture in
Oh,
Hong Kong.
yeah,
like,
exactly. It's a mix, like, yeah,
It's
to
a
get
mix,
China, and then the education in Hong Kong is very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, okay, cool. And then from there, you moved to the US?
Yeah, from there, right, I moved to the US, and then to San Francisco.
Mhm.
Since I moved here, like, I've been living just in the San Francisco Bay Area, and so I attended San Francisco State University there to pursue my mechanical engineering degree. Actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then what did you do with that? Did you not
I
want to do that anymore?
I Well, since I graduated, so I've been in the energy efficiency and sustainability field for 10 years. So and and then, like, we talk about it, like how the start, like how I get into L'Oreal, but like I feel like, oh, I've been in the sustainability field, and I feel like, oh, I want to ready for some challenge, something new for me to take on a project that I can work on my own. Yeah, so that's how I switch right into the skincare.
So did you see a need in the market? There was something that wasn't there in skincare because there's so much of it. So what is different about your product and what
You're right. At first, I didn't think about the market at that time. Like, what triggers me to look into the skincare was like, as a just from a consumer point, that, oh, there's a problem at that time, like I need to solve it. So I dedicate my time and research and look into that. So speaking of that, like, what got me into is uh, greenwashing, product,
greenwashing? Mhm.
right? And so, yeah, back in 2015, like, I came across a natural, it was marketed as natural, like, moisturizer that I saw, like, oh, it looks great, like, how they market in the on the package. And so I look into the ingredient list, like, half I recognize, I understand, like, it talk about some plant-based extract, but the other half I is all chemical names I didn't know. But still, I decided to give it a try. So I bought it, and a month later, like, my skin feel um, irritating. Like, yeah, the irritation started. Like, I was like, oh, maybe it's something wrong with the new product I started using. So because curiosity.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I so I look into research into what the other half, like, of chemical names are, like the ingredient. And what I found out is, like, for the most part, they are petroleum based ingredient.
Petroleum, yeah.
Right. And some irritating preservative.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was the reason causing the discomfort on my skin.
Yeah.
So I feel like cheated, and like, oh, something you brand out, oh, natural, supposed to be good, but how come I got the negative result and stuff? So, like, so that's what triggers me. I want to look into it and create an authentic organic skincare brand. So that's how, yeah, the journey got started.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what were you doing in sustainability?
And in terms of for the brand,
You said 10 years. So what exactly were you doing for those 10
for
years?
work.
Yeah.
Oh, so my major is mechanical engineering.
Yep.
So for my work was energy consulting.
Okay.
That I work in the before I graduate, I worked in a program sponsored by DOE, Department of Energy,
Mhm.
called IAC Industrial Assessment Center. That the faculty there like train the students hands-on, go to industrial plant and look at the equipment there and to identify what are the opportunities that they could save energy. Because saving energy, you cutting down the carbon dioxide footprint, and
The
which is
carbon dioxide footprint. Yeah.
right, right. So yeah, so that's yeah, that is really giving back to the environment. So that's what my job, like what I did in the past
Okay.
10
And so you
years.
wanted a new challenge and you're like, I'm looking at the skincare, that issue happened, and you're like, I really want to do my own thing.
Exactly. And there's I see there's opportunity, like even though just skincare, but you could incorporate sustainability into creating the skincare product, because
Mhm.
like um the basic thing besides just the formulation, the ingredient, what you're selecting, the ingredient is very important. I seen your Instagram post talking about like thousands of the ingredient out there. Um but it's not regulated by FDA. Many are talks. I'm totally on your side. Yeah, exactly. So so that is like you get the opportunity to pick the ingredient, like so plant-based ingredient, and also very important, like how they are being processed, and their the sources. So sources like a premium one would be like organic ingredient, and how it processed. Like so, I would look into like minimally processed one, like they're using cold press or steam distillation. That way, it's like it's good for the environment because you're not using chemical other stuff to process the ingredient, but also because it's minimally processed, you reserve like a lot of like most of the nutrient in the ingredient, which is carrying to the benefit
Mhm.
to your skin. So yeah,
What are the plant-based ingredients that are in your skincare?
they are all plant based.
Yeah, what are the ingredients?
Oh, so I have the oil moisturizer. So I have a 5 oil moisturizer and also a serum. They are a minimum, like I include minimum like 95% organic ingredient. So for the oil moisturizer, the face oil. So in in terms of the ingredient, it mainly have 3 components. One is the plant oil. The second one is the herbal extract. So because I am from a traditional Chinese family, like where herbal herbs,
Remedies.
right? Herbs are very, I mean, like an
A
important
medicine
part.
almost, right?
Exactly, for my family, like that's what I grew up. My family um, is also like for health and well-being. Like
Mhm.
it's not like, oh, you're sick, you need to take such medicine or stuff, but it's like for your health. They just taking care of your body. So one of the big part of the ingredient is the herbal extract that I have, like a like ginseng, reishi mushroom. One of the and I would say the most unique ingredient I use is called the caterpillar fungus
Mm.
extract.
A
So
fungus extract from a caterpillar.
exactly. In Chinese, it's called 冬虫夏草, meaning that in the winter it was a caterpillar, and then it turned into the fungus in summer next year.
Oh, I thought it goes to a butterfly.
Um, well, because had it has the
Go through the process, right? Is that part of the
right,
process?
like have fungus like mushroom grow inside, so it turned the entire caterpillar into a mushroom.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah,
that how it works?
yeah.
Some of them, like, or all the caterpillars?
All the so it was found on the ground, so like
Oh, then they fell, and it was happened to be like a bad one.
well they I think in the winter time they would go under the
Underneath.
ground,
Oh,
like in the winter time, the soil, and then because under the soil there's like
it's moist and.
micro like organism
Uh-huh.
like grow inside
Yeah,
of it.
bacteria. Okay.
Bacteria is like turning a live caterpillar into the fungus.
That's so crazy.
It is.
And then the benefits of that are beneficial for your skin.
It's super high in antioxidant, and
Interesting.
and for the, I think Chinese culture would know, like, is one of the top most expensive herbs.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure it's hard to find.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's like our truffles. Or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, from the ground. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Awesome. So how did you implement the sustainability into the products? I mean, glass bottles, eco-friendly packaging. I noticed you sent. But what else? I mean, the practices, you're saying you try to not use as much synthetic ingredients. I mean, the synthetics are what keeps it from going bad. A lot of people think that, you know, it's unhealthy because there are these synthetic like fillers, but it's also to keep it from going bad. So what is in yours? Like you said, it's 95% organic. So what's the other 5%?
So for the oil, actually it does not have preservative, because
well, oil probably doesn't need the preservative like a cream would. But the serum, is that?
For the serum, it has a preservative. So that the preservative I use is like it is you know, like there are different like independent organizations that they have their list of like banned ingredient list or approved the ingredient list to be used in natural skincare product. So the preservative is like, it's on the approved list, like for, I mean, like,
which list
is so speaking of the list, there are like
not EWG or anything.
Not EWG. So like there are, you know, like for the FDA or any government regulation in other country, Europe or Canada or Japan, other country, they do not have the regulation for like natural, even to define the term natural. So there are independent organizations that they step in to create their standard. One, they feel well known, like the Natural Product Association, NPA. And then there's Cosmos, called Cosmos. That's one in
Cosmos
Europe.
Yeah.
And they are, and under the Cosmos they have EcoCert in ingredient, right? And then for the well-known one, I think there's also Whole Food. They have their the ingredient list. Like I think they have like over 500 banned ingredient on their list. So Whole
Foods isn't the strictest. I mean, if we're talking straight, and also even for Europe, I mean, Cosmos is different, but in terms of their 1,500 ingredients, a lot of people think that that's a lot, and it is compared to 30 here, but there still doesn't even include fragrance, and inside fragrance you can have 3,000. So that's just kind of like, it's kind of twisted that they don't include the fragrance. Your product doesn't have fragrance, but it's Cosmos certified, or it's not yet.
So for fragrance, fragrance is I think that is an exception ingredient or tricky ingredient, because the reason that they are not exposed like maybe 300 or 500, whatever they included in that one fragrance, the word in the ingredient list, because
it's a trade secret.
It's a trade secret.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a loophole, and it shouldn't be allowed. I mean, it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be allowed to put harmful ingredients in that. It should go back to what it was originally designed for. You know, the rules just need to be, I think, just elaborated on what is included in fragrance. Oh, it's your private, you know, recipe. Okay, is there formaldehyde in that? If so, it shouldn't be allowed. Like, I don't know why that's not.
So going back to your question, so like, so for my oil, there are three main components. One is the plant oil, the herbal extract. The third one is the essential oil. So for my product, it does not have the on the oil, no preservative, like, or the artificial fragrance, but it's using the natural oil, essential oil. So, but the reason, like, I included essential oil, not because the smell, but because the benefit.
The benefits,
like, you don't need a whole lot. So like my product, they don't have a heavy smell. because you just need tiny bit. I mean, like a small amount, because essential oil, like for example, rose, you need pounds, like thousands of petals to just make a small amount of essential oil, the rose oil. So you just need a small amount to include like the benefit in the product. It's not because of the smell, but yeah, but it's for the benefit. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about how you're giving back. So I know you have a giving back program.
Yes.
Give 20, get 20.
So I have the give back program. Actually, is the forest rescue,
Yeah.
a program that I support. So for every product that is sold, that would participate to donate to save 50 square feet
50 feet of
square feet of forest,
yeah.
Right, protection. Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
So where is this forest?
So they like in Amazon and
in the Amazon.
Amazon is part of it. Like they have program like in different area. Yeah.
Very cool. Obi is down here hanging out, and she's being good so far.
Yeah.
But at any moment she could start barking. So there's that, and now she's playing with her thing. Come on, Obi. So what else?
So I think the greenwashing.
The greenwashing, yep.
Right. Yeah. So I am surprised. Like the more research I did, the more I found out like out of all the so-called natural product out there, like 50 or even up to 70% they are greenwashing.
Yes.
That consumer like sees it, oh, a green packaging, there's a plant extract call out on the bottle, they think, oh, it's a natural product. And because they are using like mainly like petroleum based, like they are
cheap ingredients, yeah.
So it's more affordable, but they're misleading.
Yeah.
And so I think not just myself, like after like like talking to friends, like I'm kind of like surprised. Well, yeah, like people I know, like they don't know about the term greenwashing, like, and they don't know the difference between like a greenwash product and then authentic natural skincare product. So I one of the like with La L'Oreal, I want to educate people like how to identify a authentic and natural skincare product that really provide great benefit to your skin versus a greenwashing one.
And how would you recommend that?
So from my experience, so I think many of the greenwashing products, what they have in common, like they have a natural picture, like a plant or garden, or they call out a specific,
like a pineapple or something. Yeah, whatever.
Make you feel like in the tropical area.
Yeah.
And they may call a tagline like, oh, natural
beauty
and stuff. And so I think the best way to spot on the greenwashing product is look into the ingredient list. So one thing I include in my website in L'Oreal is like I have a banded ingredient list.
Yeah.
Right. So it lists out the major, like the common non-natural ingredient there, because they would not call petroleum on the name. Like it's dry.
Yeah.
So like chemical name. Like if you're not a chemist background, chemistry background, like you wouldn't know what that means. So check the ingredient.
But it's interesting that you say, because I'm thinking of all the clean brands that I use, Beauty Counter and Juice Beauty. Juice has an element of green, but most brands don't have a big picture of an aloe plant on it. You know, they're not, I mean, you can tell almost by the packaging in most cases if they're trying to make you think that, to make you not turn it over, because the packaging, like Dr. whatever, like all the ones that I can think of right now, at least, is just like white or gold or whatever, and it's plain packaging in nice recyclable paper, you know, and it has the clean ingredients on the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that you can actually kind of spot,
Right,
you know, or
right,
like
right,
using all of those
right.
fake terms, like
Mhm,
actually clean beauty has no
mhm.
definition, or natural. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
organic is one, but another thing that I'm seeing is it'll say made with organic ingredients, and you think, oh my God, like it's organic. And then you turn it over and it's like one ingredient at
yeah,
the very bottom of the list
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
like
right.
everything else is not. So, but they're trying
Yeah,
to use that
yeah,
claim,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
which again is
yeah,
just
yeah,
so
yeah.
horrible.
There's a program like you mentioned also the EWD, like
Mm-hmm.
they have the skin deep
Skin deep, yeah, on
database.
EWG, yeah.
And so if you don't recognize an ingredient, just go to their
And look it
website
up,
and
yeah.
look it up. Like they have like the database like about um through the global like all the studies like oh if they have the invitation or some even cancer concern potential,
Mm-hmm.
they would give you a score.
Carcinogenic,
Right, right.
hormone disruptors, endocrine
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
disruptors.
yeah,
It'll
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
how it can affect you. And any
Right.
of them can eventually lead to cancer at the end of the day. You know, if like you have enough
Mm-hmm.
hormone disruptors,
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
can cause lots of
yeah, yeah.
problems with your
Exactly,
biome and
exactly,
your DNA. So
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. And
yeah.
that's what I think
Mm-hmm.
people just, they're not taking it seriously, which is why the podcast is here, which is why the education really isn't done until
Mm-hmm.
things change, you know, until the
Mm-hmm.
either the, I don't know if the government will change something, but I mean
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the we're going to DC, like we're walking in the White House and saying we need these laws
Mm-hmm.
passed, you know, like this is, you know, like, so we're signing petitions and trying to get bills into office. So it's
Right,
cool that
right.
you're in the clean and green space.
Mm-hmm.
So in addition to the greenwashing education and letting everyone know what they can be looking for and looking
Mm-hmm.
for signs, so you mentioned that the oil moisturizer is a new key to anti-aging skincare. So like,
Mm-hmm.
talk to me about that.
Oh.
Because not everyone can use oil moisturizers, and you think oil and water don't mix. So can
Mm-hmm.
you explain that a little bit?
So yeah, so I think we're comparing to like oil moisturizers comparing to water-based moisturizer. That is the one probably most people are using, like lotion, cream. So if
Or
you
even foundation. I have a water-based foundation.
oh yeah, foundation
Kind of
too.
plumps your skin up though. Yeah.
Right, right, right,
So that's
right,
not
right.
well, if you think about water in your skin, water isn't very beneficial. Like really,
It
not.
evaporate.
Yeah, yeah,
It does
yeah.
not absorb.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
because your skin like oil actually, like the
Yes.
sebum oil. Yeah. So, um, but like with the so with the lotion and the oil, I mean like the lotion and the cream. And if you look into the formulation perspective, like a lotion have like 90% or even more is water liquid base,
Yeah.
and cream is like up to um 70% or 80% like this water. So and the 20% or the 10% from the lotion and the cream are the one that they adding so let's say look into a true natural uh, lotion or cream.
Cream.
So for that 20% they it could be like oil, it is the emollient, like
Emollient,
the
yeah.
yeah, and occlusive ingredient like the butter, like the shea butter. Yeah, so those are the oil part of it. Your neighbor.
We have neighbors.
Yeah.
You guys can hear.
Yeah.
I don't think that they can though. This mic is really good.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. So yeah, right. So the yeah. So looking at a true natural skincare product. So those are the two like from the oil base, and from the oil side, and those are the one like the oil and the butter. They have the nutrient like have mineral nutrient that is
Minerals, yeah.
good for the skin, like benefit for the skin, and the other 70 or 90% they are water. So and to talking about like oh some people that they have, it depends on the skin type, like people dry skin they would they like wouldn't have problem using like oil moisturizer on the face. And but for the but still you could have face oil that can be used for like oily skin or even at any porn
Oh
skin
yeah,
type.
that's a big misconception, is that people with
Mhm.
oily skin can't. But
Right.
really, you're losing a lot of that
Yeah,
through your
yeah.
secretions.
Yeah, the trick, I think the key is to have a formula that have the oil that is alive for your skin and also helps um balance the natural oil on your skin. So that is good for the oil type,
Mm-hmm.
oily skin type. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I like
So,
that. So it's
mhm,
anti-aging. So if you're
mhm,
wearing oils every day, that's really helping to
mhm,
seal up
mhm.
wrinkles or really go a little bit deeper. Is that so? Is that
So yeah, since I developed my product, I've been using it every day, every night. So
mm-hmm.
what I noticed instantly is to smooth out the fine lines
Mm-hmm.
around the eye area.
Okay.
Yeah. So and for the ingredient, I choose like they like if you try it on, like it quickly absorbed by the skin. They're not greasy, like they're not giving you the greasy feel like all the fight oil product I have. They are quickly absorbed by the skin and not greasy. And
And that's how you know if it's good for you.
right. I think many people scared about using oil because they think like, oh, like the olive oil or plant oil from the
Coconut oil.
kitchen that is greasy.
Yeah.
That they think, oh, that's the oil. How can I apply it to the skin? But no, you're not using that type of oil. Like the oil I use, like I use pomegranate oil, marula oil, squalane, jojoba oil.
Those are good oils.
Yeah, those are
They're
good
not
oil.
thick, greasy oils like
Mm-mm.
coconut.
Exactly.
Coconut is the most,
Exactly.
you know, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't want to say
Mm-hmm.
clogging, but
Mm-hmm.
it really does coat your skin in a way that is
It
a
could
little bit too much for a lot of people.
to some skin type. Yes.
Yeah.
And another thing, like the oil, I mean like the formula I have, like if you look into the component, because like each ingredient they have the chemical component like in of each ingredient. So so the my formulation, I choose the one that have component that already naturally occur in skin block. For example, like the
Sunblock?
skin block.
Skin
Yeah,
block?
skin block.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like yeah. So we look
At your skin cells through
like,
a microscope?
yeah, in microscope, like you zoom in, it's like yeah, a block of cell,
Oh.
little cell.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah.
I didn't know that there were blocks.
Um,
Interesting.
that's a term was called like
Oh, it's a
like
scientific term.
yeah, like you think of like a wood, like a block, like one stack on top of each other, like a layers.
Oh, layers, yeah.
Yeah, layers. Yeah. So yeah. In the formulation, like when the component like is already have component that occur naturally, you found inside the skin. So that's why it makes it so easy to be absorbed.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So mhm,
Great.
yeah.
So if you were to try one of your products, one of your
Mhm,
oils,
mhm,
or anyone is like looking at or
mhm,
has ever tried an oil and it's scared them away from doing so,
mhm,
you recommend something that
mhm,
is really going to be absorb into your skin nice and quickly and
mhm,
not leave a
mhm,
filmy
mhm,
residue or anything kind of or even maybe visible
mhm.
even, right? Because you don't
Right.
want that getting on
Right.
your clothes, in your car, anywhere.
Mm,
So if it absorbs and it feels really good,
Yep.
then you know that you picked a good one.
Yep.
I mean,
Exactly. You feel like it just soak in right away.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You
I mean, those are the ones that I'm
you will
attracted
love
to.
touching your skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
After you apply
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Great. And
Mhm.
they'll look like you, the glowing skin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
Cool. So
Mhm.
I think we got a lot of good stuff in here today. I love that you're supporting the Rainforest Rescue Program.
Mhm.
And I love your story about where you're from and, that you're a chemist. Like, that's really cool. So where are the products made? Are they you're in the Bay Area. Are you going to a lab here?
So for the ingredient, I source my ingredient like from different supplier, and some of my ingredients they are from a lab, like the certain complex, like so with all the ingredient I order, like I starting up, I have a room like a office type, like I set it up as a lab, like starting from my home, and
That's how you started?
right, that's how I started, like in small batches to start with. Yeah, yeah. And so yeah, looking into grow my business, and so I also
Oh, is it still like that now?
I also have looked into like I try to talk to contract manufacturer, like you provide your formulation, they could make large quantity for you, batches.
Oh, but right now you're doing it by yourself.
For the starting point, it's in my own lab now. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so you're
And
doing this
I
from
have,
your home.
I have helper. Yep. That.
Wow.
Yep. So
Okay.
Step like.
So you get all the ingredients and then you formulate them into the different bottles and you pack and ship and you do everything?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you get your labels, you put your labels on.
The label, the design, and all the components, and to start with. Yep. So
That's a lot of work. I thought I had it hard at Lash Binder. I'm not making formulations. I made bath bomb once. Never again. I mean, just too much. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of ingredients and it's a lot of like, I was putting bath bombs in my freezer, like taking out pizzas. Like, I need space. It was fun, like a few times, but I don't know. That's a lot of work. And I mean, if you're in San Francisco, you're in San Francisco, right? How do you have space? Aren't you in like a tiny little?
I lucky enough, like I
You got a nice size space.
Nice space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about parking?
Street parking, like the area is like pretty quiet. So. Like,
oh, okay. So you're not like downtown.
No.
Okay. Cool.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Very, very good. Awesome. So what's next for you? I mean, are you at shows? Are you going to be at any beauty events? Where can people come find you other than at Macy's?
So, like my product, they started like really handcrafted, like, so I actually like, also got interview, with a, like called Entrepreneur, like, I recently have an interview with them. And I also sign up, like, now it's the holiday season, and I think the key thing, I believe, like selling a new product out to the market is to have as many people try your product and see the name of your brand as much as possible. So taking the opportunity of the holiday season, so I'm going to participate in the Bay Area, like the local area, the art and craft event, to to interact with people and to show them the product. So that is one of the plan. So on so also so reaching out to stores, like to for the wholesale retailer. So that is another plan. And then in the longer term, like I look into like a trade show, like to participate next year.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I have a couple ideas for you. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely. Really excited. Well, thanks for your review on the podcast.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you
thank you for having
we
me.
found each other through Instagram, right?
I know.
Instagram is such a great tool.
Yep, no boundaries.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode. Let everybody know where they can find you. The place you're hanging out the most online. Maybe it's your website, maybe it's Instagram.
Definitely the website. So it's LaLaureille, spelled as LaLoirelle.com. Like Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. And as I mentioned, like I just set up the booth in Macy's in the Hillsdale in the Summertel. So if you're from the local and in the San Francisco Bay Area, and come by and try the product. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on and coming over.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next week.
we're going to be doing a giveaway. So if you are interested in trying a couple of the full-size products from Lola Real yourself for free, make sure that you go follow their brand and the Clean Beauty Podcast on Instagram, and you can win.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Clean Beauty Podcast. I'm so thankful for your support that I decided to start giving away $500 in custom curated clean beauty products each month. Do you want to win? Share why you love listening in a review on iTunes. Then screenshot that review and share it on your Instagram feed with the hashtag #ban1500. If you've already reviewed the podcast and still want to win, just repost the giveaway from the Clean Beauty Podcast Instagram feed, and you'll be re-entered to win in the next drawing. Good luck! For information on my tour schedule, upcoming events, press announcements, joining my Clean Beauty team, or to book me to speak at your next event, head over to my website, CassandraMcClure.com.